Good day, everyone. Today we're going to look at paper 2 of October-November 2023. So the question says a wood flooring company stores the names of up to 100 customers in a one-dimensional array, which is customer. So in this case, we have some arrays that we need to take note of. That's the customer, and then we need to realize that it is 1D. We also have a 2D array, which is quotation here, and then it stores details of each customer's quotation. So this one stores the customer's name, which is 100 customers, maximum of 100. And then you have the quotation as well. So here we are. So the quotation contains the length, okay, of the room, contains the width of the room, contains the area. So obviously the area has to be the length times the width. Okay, now we need to take note of the number of decimal places. This is to 1 decimal place, and then this is to 1 decimal place, and then the area is to 2 decimal, nearest to the whole number, sorry. So the choice of wood, which should be a whole number, and then you have the price of the wood required, okay, that will be calculated, and this is to 2 decimal places, and it should be in dollars. All right, so the floor measurement is room and the width are taken in meters. All floors are rectangles, and room measurement must be between 1.5 to 10 inclusive. So that is the measurement for, I think, the length and the width, okay, so that is the range. All right, now the index of customers data is the same in both arrays. The index of customers data is the same in both arrays, okay. For example, a customer named in index 4 of customer corresponds to the data in index 4. So for each time you get a customer, when you do the calculations of the person's quotation, it should correspond to the index here. So let's take note of that, okay. And then the wood choices available are, so these are the woods that are available, and these are the prices, all right, and these are the indexes. All right, the data are stored into 1D arrays. So wood type is for this, and then the price is for this, okay. Now the index of the wood type and price in the arrays share the same index, so the same thing follows here too. They share the same index. Now let's jump straight to the question. So this is where the programming will actually start. I don't want to bother reading this part again because this is where the coding will start. So I will be explaining as I code. Okay, permit me to copy this. I will use this as my guiding statements for my comments. Okay, I'm going to use this as my guiding statement for my comments because I may forget, so I don't want to be switching screens all the time. So if I have this, I will go back to here, then I'll come back and just paste this here. So these ones are the conditions that the requirements that I need to follow, the instructions, okay, the logical order that I'm supposed to follow. Now I am going to comment all of this out. All right, so the first part says impute a new customer's name, room length, and the room width. Okay, so let's jump straight to it. So now we need to take the customer's name, okay. From the question, we should take customer's name, take the room length and the room width. Okay, so you can have this name or customer's name if you like equals, since it is a string, so we can do this, equals enter customer's name. All right, so once you do this, the next thing is for you to take the length of the room. So length equals, remember from the question they say it's let's go back quickly. From the question they told us that this is 1.5, so all of this inclusive, and Also remember that here we say to 1 decimal place, so this is obviously a float. Okay, it is a float, and then it should be to 1 decimal place. Okay, so let's not bother about the decimal place now, we will fix that later. So enter length, and then we also need to enter width as well. Width equals float, and then input enter width. Now take note of the requirement here. They say for the room length and the room width, it should the range should be between 1.5 to 10.0. so we need some sort of validation here. So this is what I like to do. I like to validate this way. Length equals 0, length and width equals 0. So let me just put this together here. So remember, I'm using Python for this program, so you can do the same thing with any programming language that you're making use of. Okay, so if that is the case, I'll say while length is less than what's the number again? Less than 1.5, or length is greater than 10.0. we should keep asking the user to repeat this. Okay, the user doesn't leave this. Now the same thing we're going to do for width as well. So we put that down there, and then this, just change this to width, and then this to width as well. That. Okay, so that handles the validation process. Okay. Okay, so after that, customer's name is not a problem at all. The room length. Okay, so we've taken care of this very part here. So let's jump straight to the other part, which is this part. Check that each measurement is valid. Okay, so we've done that part again. So I can just use here to do the comment. Okay, please remember, you need commenting in your code. So I can just do checks that each measurement is valid. Okay, imputes a new customer. Okay, all right. So after that part, they say output an error message and require measurement to be re-entered until it is valid. Okay, so we have actually done that part, but we need to enter a message that will be appropriate for both first time entry and maybe errors, as the case may be. Enter length, full stop, and then I will say between 1.5 and 10.0. so this can serve for both the error message, and the prompt for the user to enter the number. So the same thing follows for width as well. So I'll do a full stop there, and then I'll just paste that there. So that covers for this. So I can cut this. So I'm doing this because it is convenient for me to just use the same instruction as a guide, so I don't have to go back and forth the question paper. And for you can also use this as part of your comment. Just moderate it a bit because it's quite long. Okay. So what else? Calculate the area of the room by multiplying together the length and the width. Okay, so here is where I need to calculate the length of the room. So I can just area of the room. So I can say area equals length times width. So that is the area of the room. Now let's go back, because I think there's an instruction here. So for each time you're doing for area or choice, you need to go back and look at the requirement here. So the requirement says that it must be rounded up to the next whole number. Rounded up to the next whole number. Okay, rounded up to the next whole number. So I can just come here to say round and go to the end, nearest whole number. I hope that's right. Nearest whole number. So this will round it up to the nearest whole number, because it will be to 0 decimal place. I was thinking about the length, if we should change it to the nearest whole number, but I think we can do that later. We must not do it now, although it's doable right now. Let me see. I think it's doable right now. To 1 decimal place. Yeah, I think it's doable right now. So let's just do that right now. Sorry, 1. Okay, so I think that works. So that solves the entire problem. So all of those conditions have been infused into this very simple code at once. Okay, so what's the next thing? Let's say choice of wood, index, whole number. So let's go back here. So this is the area. Okay, so calculates. So let's make this more readable. Calculates the area of the room. So let's not include all of these long ones. They are quite long. You can do well to not to use this as it is. Just try to edit it a bit. Okay. So the next part says impute the choice of wood and find its price per square meter. So we want to impute the choice of wood. Impute the choice of wood. So let's use this as our comment. Okay, so we want to take the choice of wood, so we can call it choice. So let's go back and say choice. Choice is supposed to be a whole number, so you say choice equals int input enter choice of wood, enter choice of wood. So we can also drop the instruction there between 1 and 3. Okay, so this becomes both the instruction and the error message. So this is what we're going to do. Are we supposed to keep the user there until the user enters the right thing? I don't know if it is necessary, but I think I can just do that at once. Okay, I think I can do that. So I can come here and just say choice. Okay, let me do that down here. I'll say choice equals 0, and then I can come down to say while choice is less than 1 or choice is greater than 3. So this loop continues to run again and again until the user enters the correct thing. All right, so let's proceed further. I think this space is too much. Let me close it up a bit. Okay, this is nice. All right, so the next part says find its price per square meter. So how do we get the price? Remember here we're told that the index for the wood type matches the index for the price. So with that we can easily find the price. Okay, all right, should we create a separate variable for it? Or there is a way we can just get the price each time we want to do the calculation. Okay, to calculate the price of the wood needed. Okay, instead of doing this separately. Okay, so let's do that first. Let's just come here. So let's try to calculate the price of the wood needed. Okay, so price of wood, let me call it quoted price. Quoted price. So the quoted price should be the area, right, multiplied by the price multiplied by the price. So how do we get the price? Remember that here, oh, there's something I missed out. There's something I missed out down here because I was trying to avoid reading this. Oh yeah. So here, this question says we should initialize this. Initialize this. Very, very important. So let's go back, please. Initialize this. So like I usually like to recommend students to do this, start off with a pencil, do it quickly, and once you're done, you just run over it with a pen, because if you use a pen, there's a tendency that there may be one or two things you want to infuse in between codes, and because it is a pen, you can't really do that easily. But please, there is a caveat here. Always remember to run through your code with a blue or a black pen. Do not leave it with a pencil. It is dangerous, trust me, it is. Okay, so I think I can do that up here. I'll just say declare and initialize arrays. Let me do that there, and then we'll have price is equal to something. Let's see, price is equal to 29.99, 39.99. so let's do that. 29.99, 39.99. the one is 54.99. I hope my memory serves me right. Yes, I think my brain is still working. All right, so the next one says wood type. The wood type is equal to laminate, pine, oak. Laminate, pine. Is it capital P? I don't know. Pine, oak. All right, I will double check that. Alright, so laminate, pine, oak. Let's confirm that. Okay, spelling looks okay. Alright, so having done this, now we need to come here and then pick the price. So how do we get the price? We call P is price of what? Of the choice of the user. So of the choice of the user. So that takes care of the quoted price. So it does both the finding of the price per square meter. So I can just drop that comment here and then calculate the price of the wood needed. So I think that handles everything at once. Okay. All right. What else do I need to do here? So let's proceed. Now the next one says store all data in the relevant array. Store all data in the relevant array. So what array do we need to store them? You know, we have the array of customers, we have quotations. Okay, so let's start off from the customer. So store all data. So let's use this to do the storing. So customer, we need to declare that. Now for the sake of demonstration of this code, we need to declare it here, but in the exams you do not need to declare it as clearly instructed, and I've mentioned this over and over again. Where is that thing? Where are you? You must use it. Okay, so you may assume that this has already been done, so you do not need to declare any variables, any arrays of variables, okay, except the one that they mentioned that you must do. Okay, all right, so let's jump up here. So let us do the declaration of customers. Is it customer or customers? Let's be sure. Okay, customers, and that's that. Equals, and then you have quotations. The same thing. So they are practically empty. Okay. So after doing that, we now need to come down here to do the storing. So for customer, remember it is a 1D array. The customer is a 1D array. So we need to do dot append. Okay, dot append name. Okay, so that's how we're going to do that. Dot append name. After that, what else do we need to append? Remember for quotations, we need to append the length, the width, the area. So let's do that quickly. Now remember that quotation is a 2D array. Okay, so there is a little approach we're going to take here. So we are going to declare a 1D array, say new quotation. New quotation is empty, and then we will now do new quotation dot append. So what are we appending first? We need to append the length. So we need to append length. Okay, now remember that at this point we have already done it to 1 decimal place. Okay, all right, so we need to append the length. Can we append them at once? Let's try that and see if it works. Length, width, can we append area also? Area, okay. The nearest whole number. Can we append choice? Okay, let's see if Python is going to accept this. Append price. Okay, so the price is the one that we calculated, yeah, to 2 decimal place. Where is it? Oh, we've not changed the price to 2 decimal place. Oh, let's do that. Let's round. So we need to round this to 2 decimal place, and then comma to that. So that handles that. So we also need to do round quoted price. That is the quoted price. Okay, let me see what the complaint is. Remove argument, unexpected argument. Okay, so it cannot do more than once. All right, so let's take that out. I was trying to be lazy. Yeah. It's okay to be lazy when you're programming. After all, that is the essence of programming, to let the computer do everything for you. You only do the thinking once. Okay, so sadly I need to do this individually, and I don't seem to like it, but I have to. I don't seem to like it, but I have to. Quoted price. Okay, so I believe this sorts out all the appending and the appending replace. Okay, so there's no problem here. I hope so. Oh, I have not tested this program, but I believe it looks okay. It looks okay. This task doesn't look complicated that much. Okay, so after doing all of this, remember we need to now append it to quotations. We need to append it to quotation. So append new quotation. So that's how you do that. Okay, so after that part, we now need to output the customer's quotation to include. So we need to output everything that the customer has added, include all of this, all of that, all of that. So let me jump down here. So we need to output whatever the customer has entered. Now this output, I do not believe it is the entire record has been existing before now. It has to be the output of the current customer's details. I believe so. Output customer's quotation, customers, so for one person. So I can just come here and say print new quotation. New quotation. New quotation. Now the first one is the okay. No. We need to do customers first. We need to do customers first. So print. So let me do this. Customer's name. Customer's name, and then I'll do this. Customers dot. How do I know the customer that we're working on? Now that is the thing. So we need to get the length of this dude. So we need to say learn customers -1, I believe so, -1, because it starts from 0. Okay, so after that part, the next thing we need to do is to also display the choice of wood. So how do we get the choice of wood? Look at choice there. So choice is item 1, 2, 3, 4, the 4th item. So we can come down here and just do this and say choice of wood becomes new customer, this and that. New customer, position 3, index 3, I believe so, because this is 1, 2, 3, 4 -1, so that's 3. And then what else do we need to do? Choice of wood and the calculated price of the wood required. So the next part is the calculated price. This is for new line. Calculated price. Calculated price becomes, what is the calculated price here? So I can just do the lazy approach and just drop this here and change this to 4. Yup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 -1, 4. Okay, I believe that solves the problem. Any other thing that I'm missing out? I don't know. I hope I captured everything. Okay, now the last part says continue to accept the next customer. So that means all of this has to continue looping. When should it stop looping? Let's go back to the question. It should stop here when the customers are up to 100. Okay, so that's when it should stop looping. So we can use a while loop to take care of this. So let's run this all the way and push it in, indent it so that we can call the while. We say while customers why the length of customers is less than 100, yes, while it is still less than 100, so it should continue running. And then I think that sorts out the whole thing. So I think I need to take this comment out of here and place it where it rightfully belongs. Okay, so at this point I think we have basically done everything. If I omitted anything, please complete it. Thank you, because right now there's nothing else that is entering my head. Aha, okay, I remember. So here I think we need to put the price, quoted price. I don't know if it is going to matter though. So quoted price in dollars. Customer choice of wood. The choice of wood is actually whether the person picked oak or pine. So that one doesn't have a unit. It does not have a unit. It's not in meters or square meters. Okay, so I think this sorts out the whole problem. So let's quickly run this program to see how it works. Namdi, enter length. So let's try to test this length to say we do this. Yeah, it keeps us here. it keeps us here. So that means our length validation is working. So let's say we used 5, and then this one is for width. So let's test width again to see how width is working. So that means width is actually working. Okay, so let's try width 6. Okay, so width is working. Enter the choice of wood, enter between this. So let's try again to see if that works. Okay, it looks like it's working. Looks like it's working. Okay, so let's say we want wood 2, and then it displays the name, the choice of the wood. Oh, it does wood choice 2. Wood choice 2, and then this is the amount. So this wood choice should display the name of the wood, which should be pine. So it should be wood type, not quotation. Yeah, sorry about that. Wood type, not quotation. All right, so having fixed this, another thing here, I'm seeing enter choice of wood. Why is choice of wood appearing again? Let's go back here. Oh, this is why I didn't put this inside of the loop. Sorry. Okay, so let me drop this inside of the loop. So I think this solves the problem. So let's run our program again to see how it works. Namdi, enter between this and that. So let's try 4. Let's try 6. The choice of wood I want wood 2. What happened? Oh, 3. Sorry. This should be wood 2. This wood should be the choice. Sorry there. That's wood choice. Sorry about that. I believe that is. Yeah. Okay. 4, 7. Enter the choice of wood. So this solves the problem for us. So the customer's name is Namdi Oak, and this is the amount in 2 decimal place. Okay, so I think we've solved the problem, and then the program loops again and again. So I think that is it for this question. Okay, so please do well to drop your comment if there's anything you've noticed that maybe I did wrong, any comment you want to make, or any question here that you want me to attend to. Please do well to drop that in the comment section, and I will try as much as I can to attend to it. I am actually trying to see how I can finish all the programming part of the questions from 2023, which is the new syllabus, up to this current point. So once I do that, I may take a little break in this series. Okay, thank you all. Please do well to like, subscribe, and share it to your friends, those persons who are preparing for exams that you think that needs this. Please share it to them, your students, your friends, your colleagues. I'll see you guys around in the next video. Bye for now.